So hi everybody and welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Justin Caffrey. Today we're going to do a wind down. We're going to use a process of accessing the nervous system through breathing. Then we're going to move into some simple guided meditation. And we're going to do all this in a way that allows the mind and body to slow down and to calm down. So our session is best practiced either sitting or lying down. I'm sitting here at the moment. I've just got my back in a nice upright position. I've got my feet on the floor and I've got my left hand on my left leg and my right hand on my right leg. This can be comfortable and a nice way to work through the guidance, or it may work better for you lying down. And if lying down, just have your hands resting alongside your body. Allow your feet to just fall away from each other. And just get a sense of the body grounded on the floor. And as we're sitting, sense of the body seated and grounded in your chair or on your pillow or sitting on your floor. Really, I'm just inviting you to take a moment to make that connection here, to get a sense of our connection. I share lots more of these ideas on Instagram on a regular basis, so you can follow me over there at justin.caffrey. If you haven't already liked and subscribed to the channel, I'd love you to do that. Less than 20% of people are subscribed to this YouTube channel who watch the content. The more subscribers, the more we're visible to a broader audience. My intention is to bring practices like these to help those people struggling with vagus nerve issues, trapped in fight and flight, chronic stress, chronic anxiety, and in particular burnout, either in burnout, heading towards burnout, or recovering post-burnout. If you'd like to work with me on a direct basis, you can reach me at yourbottomline.com or justincaffrey.com. Work with my team, or you can work with me directly in a coaching capacity. For now, if you've taken your seat or you're lying down, and if it feels comfortable for you, I'd invite you to just close over your eyes for this session. And as we close over the eyes, I'm just going to move into some breathing. And in particular, we're going to be just focusing on nasal breathing. If you've been a fan of the channel, you'll have seen many videos where I talk about nasal breathing. As we access nasal breathing, it gives us a capacity to shift into that parasympathetic state. And as we practice nasal breathing, just to keep an eye on the timings of the breath. So we're going to breathe in for 4 seconds, and we're going to be breathing out for 6 seconds. We're going to practice this for 5 or 6 minutes. And what I'd invite you to do and just to be aware of is the subtlety of the breath. There's no deep breath, no big breath. And in fact, the opposite. We're looking to have soft, subtle breath. Almost imagining if there was a piece of tissue under your nose. It wouldn't move on the inhale or the exhale, because the inhale and exhale is so soft. We spend our life often over-breathing, and this over-breathing can agitate the nervous system. So we're going to slow down the breathing through the counting. So I'll do some counting and you can just move along with me. I'll provide the guidance. So when you're ready, we're just going to start taking an inhale, and all of our breath is through the nose, in and out through the nose, out. I invite you now to start our first inhale on the count of 4. So focusing on the nasal breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just want you to keep that rhythm breathing, counting into 4. Exhaling, counting out to 6. And just noticing the softness of the breath. And it will become a little bit of a struggle as we slow down the breathing. And especially bringing that attention to not moving the tissue under the nose. Counting into 4. Counting out to 6. And the mind will wander and worry and overthink. Just bring the practice where you can. Just simply focusing on the breath. Allow the mind to do what it's going to do anyway. You don't need to perfect this. It's just breathing as best you can. In for 4 seconds. Out for 6 seconds. If you find it a real struggle to soften the breath so the tissue doesn't move, just adjust and take a little bit more air in through the nose. And then just try and bring yourself back again to that 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Noticing the longer exhale. When we breathe out, our heart rate drops, body moves into a parasympathetic state. This is the resting state. We want it to be a longer, more prolonged exhale, so it's 6 seconds out. Connecting back to the breath, 4 seconds in. And 6 seconds out. Four seconds in. And 6 seconds out. I'll just take the rhythm here again for a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out. 1, 2, 3, 4, in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out. 1, 2, 3, 4, in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out. If you're struggling to still have the breath exiting at 6, just really try and restrict the exit a little bit, just slowing down the exhale, allowing it to tail out, noticing how the body feels if there's any shift or change on that exhale, that last bit of air as it leaves. And then taking those 4 seconds back in again, but remembering on the inhale, not moving the tissue paper. So you won't be hearing the audible sound of my inhale or exhale from the microphone because it's very soft, it's very subtle. We'll just allow for another few seconds of this breathing before we move into meditation practice for this evening. This wind down session. 4 seconds in and 6 seconds out. So let's transition into a meditation now from the breathing. So you can stay where you are, sitting or lying down. And we've been moving the breath to the parasympathetic state. Nasal breathing gives us that access point to just allow the nervous system to find a little bit of ease in the midst of the challenges that we face. And as challenging as it can be in terms of the breath, slowing down for those 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out, really help shift us across to that parasympathetic state. On the exhale, we focus the delayed time scale in order to just allow some ease into the nervous system, following the knowledge that we now have in terms of neuroscience and the biological responses of breathing. And we'll continue to take nasal breathing now into our meditation. Just maybe bringing some attention to the body. Just getting a sense of contact points in the body here. Whether you're sitting or lying down, just allowing the capacity to bring our awareness, bring the spotlight of our awareness or attention from the feet as a starting point. Just noticing at the start, the feet, contact points between maybe the heels and the floor, you're lying down, or even noticing the fullness of the foot, left and right foot, on the floor. Getting a sense of the skin. You're noticing the sock or the shoe. Just noticing maybe the comparison here between the left and the right foot. Maybe one's a little bit colder or tingly, or maybe they're just the same, no real difference at all. Just bring our attention from the feet and the contact with the floor, whether it's the backs of the heels if you're lying down, or soles of the feet if you're sitting, and just moving along up through the ankles, up along into the calf and calf muscles. Maybe arriving here and noticing again the left side, the right side. Any difference? Are they the same? You can often find some tenderness here, depending on how your day has been, how active you've been. Noticing the sensations in the left calf, the right calf. Getting a sense of blood circulation. Or maybe no real sensation at all, and that's fine too. Just taking a moment now to notice the mind. It's just like in our breathing practice, the mind in our meditation practice will wander off in all kinds of directions. And you may be with me right now, or you may be away in the future, thinking about, worrying about things to come, or in the past, being drawn back into regret, or wherever the mind tends to wander. And believe me when I say that that's okay, that's what the mind does. It's always agitating and busy and looking for attention, and we're in this practice just helping it bring some attention back to the present moment, bringing some awareness back to this practice and just back to the left calf and the right calf on the legs. And just moving up from the calves up to the knees, sensing into the shape of the knees, maybe the bony structure at the front, and bringing your attention and awareness around the knees, maybe even tracing the shape of the knees. Getting a sense of what the knees are picking up in terms of room temperature even. Can we feel variants of heat or cold here? Material against the knees. Maybe if you're sitting, your hands are on your knees and just noticing the area around them, contact points between the material, or a sense of heat or cold or air or movement, or sensation of the hands resting there. And just moving from the knees up along the thighs and up into the hip bones. And then just getting a sense of the hips and maybe the bum and just the groundedness here. Whether you're in your seat or you're lying down. Just getting a sense of gravity supporting here. Sense of some stability, some holding, if that feels okay for you. And maybe just getting a sense of the wraparounds of the hips, the bony structure, this oval structure. Within it, we have so many important organs. And then moving up from the hips, moving up along the back and the spine and up into the shoulders and the upper back. And again, just getting a sense here of contact. If you're sitting or lying, contact with the floor, contact with the back of the chair. Just noticing what's here as we move along back, and maybe just taking a moment to adjust the posture a little bit so that we're keeping ourselves in a nice upright posture. Upright, we're not uptight. It's just an awareness of the posture if we're sitting. And then if you're lying down, it's just a softening at times, just noticing that you can soften here a little bit. and sitting again, maybe just noticing that we can soften here at the shoulders a little bit. And again, just noticing once more, where is my mind? Gone off into the future or the past, doing what minds do, knowing that this is normal. And each time we bring our attention back to the guidance, each moment is a moment of practicing mindfulness. So just bringing that attention back to the shoulders. And here, as we arrive at the shoulders, just sensing in how we're feeling. So much of the weight of the day can be held here in the shoulders. The weight of the world we can feel is down on the shoulders, and just seeing how these shoulders are. And each time we practice in the evening time, each body part may feel a bit different. So maybe noticing now if this is the second time you've practiced this meditation, or the third, or many subsequent times. How are my shoulders today in this moment as I arrive here? And just using the breath to just give you a sense of connection. Again, remembering we're still inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. And on the exhale, just seeing if we can bring a sense of softening here, a bit of a letting go in the shoulders. Inhaling again, and on the exhale, again a softening and letting go, almost like an ice to water melting here at the shoulders. Again on the inhale, bringing the exhale to a softening and a letting go, letting go, letting go. And then bringing the attention from the shoulders up through the neck into the face and up to the forehead. And the forehead and the eyes, this furrowed area of the brow, noticing here, just like the shoulders. Can we soften? Can we bring a bit of movement? Often holding so much here. Just noticing how it is for you now, at this moment. Again, just bringing some softness, bringing the connection of the breath, the inhale and the exhale through the nose. Nice, slow and gradual inhale, slow and gradual exhale. The exhale longer than the inhale. And just getting a sense of softening here again. Softening, melting of ice to water. And we're just noticing how the eyes are closed over. We don't want to be clasping them closed. We don't want to have any sense of tension here. Just gently closed over, softening the eyelids a little. Noticing the breath is supportive here. Four seconds in, 6 seconds out. Bringing that intentionality of the breath, slowing down and softening here around the face, to move down the cheekbones, down to the mouth. Arriving at the mouth and just sensing how is the mouth. We're nasally breathing, mouth should be closed, and the tongue will best rest at the top of the palate. Just noticing now as you place the tongue onto the top of the palate, how that can bring a little bit more sense of restfulness within the mouth and the jaw. Connecting into the breath and Noticing that slow exhale. And if it feels comfortable for you, maybe just bringing a slight smile to the sides of the mouth. The tongue rested in the palate, and breathing in and out through the nose. Slight rise either side of the mouth to bring a subtle smile to the face. Just lets the nervous system know, the vagus nerve and the parasympathetic nervous system, that right now in this moment, all is well. As we prepare for sleep, you're just allowing the body to downregulate, the vagus nerve to access the parasympathetic state. Allowing our sense of slowing down, letting go on the exhale. As we come to conclude this practice, knowing that it's ideal now to have a room that you're moving through that's lowly lit, avoiding bright lights in your bathroom, staying away from mobile phones or screens. And as you arrive into your bed, just again connecting to the breath as you hit the bed, gently bringing the body to rest there. Finding that 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Following that simple pattern to allow your nervous system to realize that the process continues from our wind down session into the bed, into a restful state, and on to sleep. So I wish you well if you're off to sleep now, or if you're off to prepare for rest and recovery. You can use this meditation and this breath work as many times as you need and as often as you need. Each time it will connect back to you, your breath, and your nervous system. Thank you for being with me. I wish you well.